being a Street Fighter 6 tournament, depending on what we can get set up and what we can do. So that's a possibility. Tekken 8 possibilities before the end of the year. I've even heard rumors out there that there's a new Virtua Fighter game coming. So if you haven't gotten into the fight game thing, now might be the perfect time to do it. Learn some of the older games, you know, get into the things that you like and figure out what you like. And then when the new things come, you can be like, all right, I know where I'm at. Let's get this done. You can come join the rest of us and be a part of that sort of thing. I may not be great at fighting games, but I still love playing them, even when I get my face kicked in, so it's not a bad time. Yeah, our opponents here are setting up for their next fight. The music for this is fun. Yeah, there's so many good games in this. Red Earth is in this collection. Cyberbots is in this collection. When I was in Vegas last week, I actually was in a retro game store, and they had a Saturn import of Cyberbots. It was like 50 bucks, and I'm thinking to myself, if I didn't already own it on this collection, I would buy that shit right now. I didn't, but I was thinking about it.
The Horde of Vampire.
They also had a Japanese import of Radiant Silver Gun. It was $300, and I was thinking to myself, you know, if I had $300, this is what I would spend it on without even breaking a sweat, but that's just me. I like my shooters. Shooters and fighting games, that's what it was. Basically, late 80s all the way through the 90s, shooters and fighting games. And not that first-person shooter nonsense that you kids think are a shooter. No, that's not a shooter. That's a first-person shooter. All right, swagdragon up against John. This is winners finals. Dimitri versus Morgan. Morgan playing like a traditional Street Fighter character. Fireballs, uppercuts. Dimitri's got a little bit of that going on too. He's got the ability to do a few mix-ups here and there, a little comboing here and there. There you go, there's one right there, see? Oh, Morgan. Morgan doing the work. I love it. Oh, whiffed on the uppercut. Dimitri put Morgan down, but there you go. Like we said, you just pop right back up and you're back into the action. If you take a second to breathe, you might lose half your health bar. Morgan puts him down. They're right back up, right back up. Don't blink or you'll miss it. Oh, there's that, again, the combos. Uppercut there. Notice how his uppercut doesn't actually really, like, go forward. And then, of course, we saw it in action right there. One of my favorite things about this game is that the fireballs have physics. So if you throw a fireball, and then they throw a fireball, whichever one hits it with the most force last pushes it the other direction, which is an entirely different strategy to, you know, a Shoto fighter compared to something like Street Fighter. Oh, there you go. See that right there? It's an EX fireball, so it pushed the other one all the way back. You can actually defend fireballs not just by canceling them out, but by using them against your opponent. That's another thing that makes this game fun. Uppercut whiffs. My goodness. All right, we're not seeing any kind of change in strategy here. Morgan versus Dimitri again. Swagdragon's up 1 point to nothing. Am I hearing an echo on the game?
Yes.
Combo, but we're right back up, right back up. Can't stop. Look at that, just like that, Morgan takes advantage of that situation, gets an uppercut in, and keeps fighting. Morgan is definitely up against her right now. Not a whole lot of life left on her health bar. Oh, pushing fireballs. Landed the uppercut. But Dimitri finishes the job right there. We're not going to see the round immediately start right there because that's point for John. We're up to 1-1.
Opposed. Attack.
Morgan's great because her high kick is actually the counter to so many things. Like anybody wants to come at you, you do low, you do 2K, 2 high kick, you do, you go up, you jump up in the air, use the high kick, you're just standing in place, neutral and do a high kick. Like her high kick is so good for this. Short uppercut right there into a big uppercut but whiffs, but you don't see a lot of punish in this because it's one of those games you connect with your one move and then you have to just get it done. Morgan finishes off Dimitri there. Swagdragon has a lead at the moment, but that may not hold. You never know. You kind of get the vibe in this game, but you would definitely get the vibe if you were playing an older Street Fighter game. The idea is that your moves need to come to you at just instantly. So when we were kids back in the day, way back in the day, you would sit on your Super Nintendo or Genesis or whatever console you were playing your fighting game on it. You would just throw fireballs for hours to make sure that when that quarter circle punch hits, doesn't matter what game you're playing, you see the fireballs in this game, the fireballs in Street Fighter, things like that. Like they are there the instant that you need them. And they always appear when you input the commands. Like you had to practice that stuff. Games now kind of assume that you already have that control, and then you have to mix that up with, 3 or 4 other moves to do that stuff. You're not seeing heavy combos in this. You're not seeing extra things. It's one big hit that connects, and that's how you win the game. And in this particular case, Dimitri takes out Morgan. John wins over Swagdragon. That's 2-1, or is that 1-1? 2-1. We're playing to 3. Playing to 5, best of 5. For winners finals, we're playing best of 5. I knew that. I did. I just said it wrong because, I've seen if everybody else was awake. That's what we're doing now. I was checking you, chat.
Yes.
All right, so this is going to be match point for John. Swagdragon's got some work to come back here with Morgan. Doing that work, though. Now that is a nice combo, but you see that as a super will do the combo, but you're not really looking at somebody doing, you're not looking at them actually like inputting commands to do those combos. Dimitri really needs to take a round off of him. Oh my goodness, look at that hit. Monster combo at 25. But again, that's just an EX, that's a super move right there.
Take post attack.
Swagdragon did even it up that last round. We got 2-all. We're on .5. This is somebody's moving to the losers bracket. Somebody's going to jail. That's how the song goes, right? I think that's how it works. We'll have to go ask the Eagles. Maybe that's Don Henley, not the Eagles. I don't remember anymore. Now, once the Darkstalkers tournament is complete, are we working through pools down there? I think we're working through pools in Guilty Gear right now, right?
Yes.
It's Tekken. Okay, so after our tournament here concludes, we've got winners finals. Somebody here is moving down to the losers brackets. We'll do losers finals, we'll do grand finals, and then we'll be moving on to the Tekken 7 tournament from there. Oh, look at that move from Dimitri. You know, a lot of the things I've been saying about the fighting games today hold true. You do not want to be in a corner with somebody who's hit confirmed something and is just kicking your ass. You do not want to be in that position ever in a fighting game. So there you go. And on that point,